Glass House Mountains, what an absolute beautiful place to experience. With stunning views like this and tough tracks to conquer, it's no wonder that it's so popular. We stayed at the Running Creek campground for 3 nights and spent 2 days out challenging our 4-wheel drives. Let's check out some of the footage from our trip. The first day, we done some warming up and getting a feel for our vehicles. We travelled along the power lines track on the northern side of Big Red. Aaron in the Navara and myself in the Colorado were a little unsure of our vehicle's capabilities, but the other two, Michael and Jamie in their 80 series Land Cruisers, knew their limits and were fully committed to giving it their all. Jamie unfortunately had an issue where 4-wheel drive will not engage at all, so he ended up doing the whole trip in 2-wheel drive. Now it had rained the night before, which made for some really fun challenges ahead. It was also extremely windy due to the cyclone that was going on down south in New South Wales, so I apologise for the wind noise in advance. Now while that was kind of challenging for me, Michael made this look extremely easy. With a rear locker and 35-inch tyres and 2-inch lip and an 80 series Land Cruiser, this thing is an absolute weapon. However, Michael did bite off just a little bit more than he could chew with this challenge and got himself just a little bit stuck. But with a quick snatch recovery from the other Land Cruiser, we were on our way. Now this doesn't look very challenging on video. In fact, it looks really easy. But it wasn't for me, as the climb out was really off camber with pretty deep offset ruts. It took a few goes, but I got there in the end. After this, we decided to head to one of the lookouts, but we had no idea what we were in for. looked like a lot of fun. The rest of us were not game enough to do that, so we took an alternative route to then climb to the lookout. Now at the top of this lookout is some of the toughest tracks I have ever seen, with huge rock steps and off-cambered sections. Michael in his 80 Series Land Cruiser just had to give this a go and check this out. As usual, videos never do it justice.
I don't know. That's the line, you just need to bump over a little ledge that's there. Go back, I think.
After this, we head back to the camp to rest up for the night. Day 2 started off at the main tourist lookout to capture this view. After that, I actually don't know where we were. This challenge wasn't just difficult, it was like driving through a chocolate milkshake if you could ever drive through one. I was fortunate enough to straddle the top of the ruts for most of the portion of this challenge. But I do slip in, I sort of purposely do slip in because I did want the challenge, but everyone after this just had an extremely difficult time.
Belly bumped out.
Far out. In the end, unfortunately, Aaron couldn't quite get through, so had to find another track to get around, but here's one last attempt. It was now Michael's turn to give this challenge a go, and in typical fashion, this was just a full send. After the chocolate shake challenge, we eventually made our way down Hennessy Hill, which is a steep rocky hill with multiple lines to choose from, and then stumble across our next challenge. This is a big crossroad full of nasty bog holes, of which not one really looks any better than the other. so we sent Michael first to test the waters. Now I was up next, and boy was I proud of this run. I made this look easy.
Oh, there we go.
You're almost there.
Now Aaron had a red hot go at this as well, using the same line that I took, but unfortunately the rear end of his vehicle slid in just a little bit too early, and unfortunately got him a little stuck.
Nearly in, you're nearly in. There you go, your front right stop on the edge, your left. Yeah, get ready to drive and go left, right hand down. Right hand down.
So time to hook up the winch and get him out of there. And now it's Jamie's turn in the two-wheel drive 80 series. Let's have a go. So we had high hopes, but we knew that he wouldn't make it right away, so we got right on to winching him back out. Then, after we finally got out of those bog holes, we made our way to a little playground area to have an afternoon feed and get some other footage. And with that, brings the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of this type of footage, hit that subscribe button to keep updated on future off-roading trips. Till then, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next episode.